Florey.
Question to the Minister for Education. Can the Minister provide the House with an update on the SA 125 Suffrage Schools competition?
Minister for Education.
Thank the member for Florey for the question, and I know her long interest in this topic. Obviously, this year every member of the House is aware that we celebrate the passage of women's suffrage. The bill that gave effect to it was passed in this chamber on the 18th of December 1894. So very nearly 125 years ago. We stand here or sit here in this chamber under the gaze of our first female member, the Honourable Joyce Steele, and I'm very proud to be standing alongside South Australia's first female Deputy Premier and first female Attorney General, the member for Bragg. In some ways I wish she didn't have that honour. I wish that we had had Deputy Premiers and Attorney Generals, women in South Australia, for decades, but certainly she deserves plaudits for that. The member for Florey's contribution to the 125 celebrations should not be underplayed. The Muriel Matters of the South Australian Parliament in the 21st century, as she is, and I know she's followed this program with interest. It's an important partnership between the Education Department, Catholic Education SA and the Association of Independent Schools, the History Trust of South Australia and the Office for Women, which we've been very pleased to support. The scope of the competition provided students in years 6 to 9 with the opportunity to participate in historical research that would develop their understanding and empathy with the suffrage movement here in South Australia. And so there was a Year 6 and 7 multimodal category and a Year 8 and 9 written piece category. And the students who participated, which came from a wide range of schools around South Australia, had to have their entries in by the end of August. And we're grateful to the judging panel, which was drawn from all of those partner institutions. I'd like to express my thanks to the Minister for Human Services, the Honourable Michelle Lensink, who was able to host a ceremony for the winners and the high commendations here in this building, or indeed next door in the old Parliament House last week, where they were able to be congratulated. And just want to reflect briefly on those winners and highly commended students. The winners in the Year to 6 and 7 multimodal category, the member for Unley, I'm sure, would be pleased to know, in fact he already knows this, I'm aware, they were the Year 6 students of Room 4 at Highgate Primary School, who not only who wrote, who acted in, who produced, who filmed, who thought deeply about it. Was very apparent from the film, a film with all 26 students playing a role in the film about the role of suffrage. It was very evident that the students put in hours of meticulous planning, and it was a real team effort, and I know that they are very proud of that, as is their school. The high commendations went to students from Seymour College, smaller groups, Amelie, Lana, Sana, Emma, Liesl, Airlie, Catherine, Alexandra and Heidi of Seymour College, Year 6 and 7, who put together slide presentations of the suffrage movement in South Australia, effectively communicating the significance of the topic and demonstrating excellent use of primary and secondary resources, and one of the groups indeed using their own animation drawn by the students and voiceovers. Very commendable is, in the Year 8 and 9 written piece category, was the winner, Erin, a Year 9 student from Walford Anglican School for Girls, who wrote a letter from the point of view of a suffragist, painting a vivid picture of her commitment to the cause and the social climate of the time. And highly commended was Mary, also of Walford Anglican School for Girls, scooping the category for another letter relating to the journey and triumph of the passing of the Adult Suffrage Bill 125 years ago, urging the recipient to lead a similar campaign in Victoria. These students are to be commended. I thank all members on both sides of the House and the crossbenchers who have supported and participated in engagement with this program, and I know that we all wish those students our best.